5 things Microsoft must do to prevent Xbox One failure. Number 1. Eliminate used game restrictions. The used game market has been an important staple in console gaming since late 1977 with the release of the cartridge-based Atari 2600 console. Of course, console gaming dates back further than 1977, however, Atari captivated the world with home translations of smash arcade hits such as Space Invaders in 1980 and beyond. Console gamers have enjoyed the freedom to purchase used games at lower than retail prices for over 36 years, and have also enjoyed the ability, since the first console generation, to trade in unwanted games towards the price of a game they haven't played. Microsoft is aiming to eliminate this freedom and force consumers to purchase their games at new or elevated once-used prices. I say elevated because under Microsoft's current model, retailers must pay game developers a fee for the right to sell used games. Such fees will most likely force retailers to elevate used game prices. I say once used because under the current model, a game may only trade hands once before it is permanently off of the market. This means that any consumer who purchases a used Xbox One game is stuck with it and cannot ever trade it in. They also cannot give it to a friend or share it outside of their household, unless of course they also share their Xbox Live account information. Consumers will not spend $60 to $80 on a console game and be restricted in such ways. If Microsoft does not eliminate used game restrictions, the Xbox One will be bowing out of the 8th console generation years ahead of the Sony PlayStation 4 and the Nintendo Wii U. Bet on it. Number 2. Allow game rentals. Once again, consumers do not always have an extra $60 to $80 to purchase a new game. People don't even want to spend $20 on a DVD these days. That is why rentals are so popular and why services like GameFly and Redbox are thriving right now. Most consumers simply cannot afford to buy every game or movie they may have interest in. Newsflash, Microsoft, the economy sucks. Not everyone has endless pockets like yourself. Asking consumers to invest $60 to $80 in a game they have never played and may not even like is a selfish request, especially considering your used game restrictions. Microsoft, if you want your Xbox One to succeed, you better think twice about preventing game rentals. You are not releasing a PC, you are releasing a gaming console. There is a huge difference. Google it. Number 3. Eliminate online digital rights management, i.e. DRM. Digital rights management is basically in effect to prevent game piracy. It requires either a constant or semi-constant internet connection, which enables developers to verify game files. Companies such as Blizzard and Electronic Arts have utilized DRM in the past in order to ensure that everyone playing their games has a legal copy. Must I remind you, Microsoft, of the hate that both companies have received for implementing such restrictions? Consumer anger is not directed at the developers' goal to eliminate game piracy. Consumers are angry because of the restrictions that DRM is placing on the gaming experience. Both Blizzard's Diablo 3 and EA's SimCity require a constant internet connection to play a single-player game. The big issue here is that consumers cannot play a game they own if the internet goes down or if the game servers are offline. The launch of Diablo 3 and SimCity were plagued with such issues which forced gamers to wait in order to play a game which they just paid for. Microsoft has announced that the Xbox One will not play games if the console is without an internet connection for more than 24 hours. And only 1 hour if you're logged into a friend's console. 1 hour. After that time, your Xbox simply becomes a cable box, CD and DVD player. Xbox, TV, Xbox, go f*** yourself. Find a new way to prevent game piracy, because online DRM is not acceptable. As consumers, we pull the strings. Voice your opinions and let Microsoft know that you will not stand for this. Number 4. Make Kinect an option, not a requirement. The Kinect is a camera attachment that comes packaged with every Xbox One console. It can both see and hear gamers and can function in a variety of ways which will change the way games in the 8th console generation are played. While the Kinect does provide many exciting possibilities for the future of gaming, consumers should have the option to choose whether or not to use its features. Games that are not centrally focused on the Kinect should not have features which require Kinect functionality. I wouldn't be surprised if Microsoft is pressuring developers of such games to tack on Kinect features after the fact in order to promote the attachment. Microsoft has stated that the Xbox One will not function without the Kinect. Therefore, every Xbox One owner will have a camera and microphone in their living room. Paranoid gamers need not apply. Microsoft is attempting to eliminate the power of choice, and as consumers we must speak up and show Microsoft that we will not tolerate such actions. Number 5. Focus on games, not TV and movies. Remember all the awesome games Microsoft revealed alongside the Xbox One on May 21st? Me either. Okay, so there were a few games, but the reveal event was focused primarily on other features such as television. Microsoft has one more chance at this year's E3 to prove to gamers that their new console is much more than just a cable box with a camera attachment. Sure, the bells and whistles are nice, but we want games. Mess this up, Microsoft, and you're doomed. Check, please. So that's it. Those are the 5 things that I believe Microsoft must do in order to save the Xbox One from certain doom. What's your opinion? Did I leave anything out? Feel free to leave your comments below, and thank you so much for watching Gaming with Swift.